Hello, Brick Church. Today is Monday, March 23rd, and I'm coming to you live from my back porch. Now, that may be hard to believe because there's clearly a refrigerator behind me, but I have a perfectly rational explanation. A few days ago, it decided to quit working, and so I set up a time for a repairman to come look at it, but I didn't want him to come in my kitchen, so I moved it outside, and he has actually just left, and apparently my 3.5-year-old refrigerator needs a new compressor. And because LG is not willing to pay for it, I decided to include the entire refrigerator in the frame so you could clearly see the brand. So take that, LG. The 10 people who are watching this video will probably think twice before buying one of your appliances. But no, I'm really not complaining. I know people have it a lot worse off than I do. I lost a little bit of ice cream, but I live really close to Homeland Creamery, who is sponsoring this video. No, they're not really, but maybe they should, because now they have 10 more customers. But no, anyway, I do know this is a really tough time for people. We're beginning the second week of this time of quarantine, and many of you heard the recent announcement from the governor saying that schools will be closed at least until May 15th, which means this could go on for quite a while, and that's a pretty discouraging thing. And I imagine that some of you would say that this gray, gloomy, cold, wet Monday pretty much sums up the way you're feeling. And I understand that. But if you look hard enough with the eyes of faith, you will see tiny beams of sunlight. Just today, I was listening to a radio show, and the topic of the show was the economic hardships that people were dealing with during this time. And in particular, people that are, have had to quit working and aren't eligible for things like unemployment because they're self-employed or they're sole proprietors. And so in order to kind of highlight this issue, the host of the radio show was interviewing a woman whose occupation was a hairstylist. And she had made the very difficult decision 2 weeks ago to stop seeing clients and to take her kids out of school. And this was because her husband has cancer, and he's undergoing chemotherapy treatments, and on account of the treatments, his immune system is severely compromised, and she just felt she couldn't risk bringing anything into the home that he wouldn't be able to deal with. And so the host of the show was talking to him about some of her economic, her financial struggles, and after a few questions related to that topic, he then asked her, with all this shutdown going on and everything, are you still able to get your husband for the treatments that he needs? And she said, well, actually, an interesting thing happened today. We had an appointment this morning, and I really haven't told anyone this, so I guess your audience will be the first to know. But at the appointment, they did a scan, and they told us that his cancer is in remission. And it was just such an incredible moment, to hear her give that news, and the host of the show totally went off script, and he just started celebrating with her, and the people behind the scenes, the sound engineer and the producer, they were celebrating, and some of the other guests on the show, they chimed in and gave their congratulations. And it was just this amazing moment where this woman talked about this brilliant ray of sunshine that was breaking into her otherwise dark and cloudy life. And the effect it had on her and all those who were listening was really quite incredible. And so I guess what I want to say to you today is just to be encouraged, to know that God is still working. God is still moving. God is still calling people to be his light in the world. And his people are listening. And so I would just encourage you to look for those bright spots in this dark time. and you will find them. And while you're doing that, ask God to shine what you can do to shine His light into the lives of others. And through His power, be that thing that gives someone the encouragement they need to get through today, and the hope that a better day is coming. Take care, and I will see you again soon.